remember to subscribe to the channel as well as to hit that notification bell whenever I put up new content for Carolina coasters, as well as to like the video. Okay, this is for the Cedar Fair announcements for 2020, and I'm sorry this is late. I know it's stuff announced, but I had some issues going on in my personal life, so let's get into the video. Okay, so starting out with California Grand America. California Grand America is receiving a reframe to their water park to South Bay Shores. They also are receiving a slide complex, which is like similar to what Carowinds has got, which is their drop slides, as well as to have some tube slides in it. It's not as big as their complex down at Carowinds, but it's the same. So Canada, moving on to the up above the border to Canada's Wonderland. Canada's Wonderland is receiving a mountain bay cliff area. I've never seen this in Cedar Fair. I know my home park doesn't have one. I haven't seen it around in the fair. Maybe they're trying this out there to see if they'll put it in the other parks. So I'm kind of interested to see this attraction. They also are getting a kid ride called Beaver Bay Airfair, which is a airplane ride. It looks like with swing arms. It looks kind of cool. Okay, so moving into my home park, which is Carowinds. Carowinds is receiving this season a boogie board racer, which is a 6-lane mat ride. This is interesting. I don't think Cedar Fair has one in its chain. This is something new to Cedar Fair this year. I'm curious to see, especially after the addition to the Copperhead Strike. I mean, this is going to strengthen up the water park, especially the area between Copperhead Strike and the water park. It's going to like fill that area. So I honestly can't wait to ride that in next summer. Okay, so moving into Cedar Point. Cedar Point is the flagship Cedar Fair. So Cedar Point is 150th anniversary is this season for 2020. They have not announced nothing for this park. There's rumors. I have no idea, speculation. No idea exactly what they're getting. So Dorney Park, which is, they kind of teased a coaster last year, and now it's kind of weird seeing them actually get a water park expansion instead of a coaster. So they're getting Seaside Splashworks, which we have one down in Carowinds. It's a play structure with elements, slides. It's for the little ones. It's going to be pretty interesting to see what goes on there. It's probably going to help their water park. So King's Dominion has lost a few things in the past year. They lost Volcano. They took that out. They scrapped it from the dry park. They lost Tornado last year, a slide complex they took out completely. So they announced the conversion of Silk City to Coconut Shores, as well as a new thing for the little ones called Lighthouse Landing, which is a play structure with slides and elements and a bucket. It should be fun for the little ones. Okay, so King Lions Island's the only one that is actually getting a coaster this year. They actually announced last year the antique cards, which was a disappointment to enthusiasts because they actually announced it on National Roller Coaster Day, so that everybody assumed we were getting a coaster here. And they're like, no, we're getting antique cars. And then this year they announced it, and they're getting Orion, which is a Giga coaster, which should be really good here, especially since they don't have one. So moving on to Michigan's Adventure. Michigan's Adventure is actually receiving something this year. It's actually quite surprising because I figured it would be nothing like it's been for the past couple of years. Because this is the undermeeting small park of Cedar Fair that doesn't get nothing. They are actually receiving a conversion of their kids section from Planet Snoopy to Camp Snoopy. So I don't think they're getting any rides. I did not see that. And that's as well as what they're getting for Michigan's Adventure. Okay, so moving into Valleyfair. Valleyfair is getting nothing. They are not, well, they're getting entertainment for 2020. They're not getting anything for coasters, attractions, anything like that. So there's nothing there for 2020. Okay, so the last park in Cedar Fair, which is Worlds of Fun. Worlds of Fun is receiving a mat racer, which is called Rip Ride Raceway, which is a 4-lane mat racer, which is like Carowinds is getting as well. It's going to be the longest in the Midwest. Okay, so that wraps it up for 2020 for this video. Thank you for watching.